Fan Tianqiao pondered. Feng Che must be taken seriously again. No matter how coincidental it is, his baptism into the religion was attended by Yinshan Palace personally, which is extraordinary. He must have exceptional qualities. Otherwise, Yinshan Palace wouldn't bother. Yes, if you or I were in charge and a genius appeared for an exam, we might be interested enough to go. See, but if it's just an ordinary martial arts student taking the exam, would you be interested? No, that settles it. There's also this. This message clearly indicates that Feng Che has joined Xian Jiao and even passed the baptism. Chen Ruhai stated firmly. Didn't we already say that? Fan Tianqiao sorted through the intelligence content, finally relaxing slightly, looking worriedly at Chen Ruhai with some sympathy. Old Chen, although I don't like your face either, I still need to remind you of one thing. What? Find time to visit Dr. Meng and get your brain checked. Seriously, go to hell. A few days later, at midnight, the Iron Blood Fortress, about 1,000 miles from Bibo City, was attacked by Xian Jiao. Iron Blood Fortress belonged to the Guardian Alliance and had always guarded the south alongside the Great Hall, protecting the peace here. This time, Xian Jiao had meticulously planned their attack for months, mobilizing 5 royal-level experts and several king-level experts, aiming to swiftly crush the Iron Blood Fortress with overwhelming force. Yinshan Palace personally oversaw the operation, gathering numerous high-ranking members of Xian Jiao secretly. The plan had been in preparation for over half a year and was now being implemented. But as soon as they started the assault, something fell off. At midnight, Yinshan Palace waved his hand. Immediately, experts launched an offensive from all directions, flying into the Iron Blood Fortress. With a loud boom, the gates of the Iron Blood Fortress flew into the sky. Walls collapsed instantly. One after another, massed Xian Jiao experts charged in like wolves and tigers. A roar echoed through the night sky. Kill! Not a single soul shall survive. A brutal battle erupted immediately. Blood almost covered the ground within moments. Long cries, bell sounds, shouts, screams of slaughter, and cries of pain filled the air. For a moment, the Iron Blood Fortress was in chaos, suffering significant losses. However, as more people from the fortress rushed out, the situation became deadlocked. Then, unexpectedly, things changed. Before the battle could last even a breath, shadows suddenly appeared from all sides in the darkness, and countless experts from the Great Hall descended upon the battlefield without hesitation. Their formation was luxurious, launching a counterattack immediately. In terms of combat power, the Xian Jiao, who had meticulously prepared for half a year, found themselves at a disadvantage. The Iron Blood Fortress immediately launched a counteroffensive. Inside and outside working together, they fought fiercely and formed a surrounding circle. They nearly surrounded Xian Jiao completely. Helpless, Yinshan Palace and the 3 elders, who had been observing the battle, personally stepped in to block the Guardian's experts and led their subordinates in a desperate breakout. After a bloody fight, they managed to escape with their followers. However, they lost 4 king-level experts, dozens of general-level experts, and over 50 grandmasters, dealing a heavy blow to their strength. Miraculously, what was supposed to be a surprise attack by Xian Jiao ended up becoming a breakout. Although only differing by one character, surprise and breakout are not the same thing. What should never have happened did happen strangely. Everyone thought the same thing. There must be a mole. Afterward, Yinshan Palace raged furiously. Investigate. Thoroughly investigate. It must be someone who leaked information. Otherwise, how could the Guardians arrive so promptly? No matter how thoroughly they investigated, there was no clue. It was then that a spy from the Great Hall sent word. The incident was purely coincidental. Originally, a legendary superclass beast, the Flaming Red Fox, was being pursued and had fled to this area. The Southeastern Great Hall Master had gathered several experts, including several Hall Masters, to hunt and kill the beast. On that day, the flaming red fox had just escaped near the Iron Blood Fortress. Thus, the Great Hall Master led all the experts to ambush and prepare to capture and kill the beast. However, at that very moment, the Xian Jiao launched their attack. Unable to do anything else, the Great Hall Master had to abandon the flaming red fox and come to rescue the Iron Blood Fortress. Unexpectedly, they encountered Yinshan Palace's Xian Jiao in action. According to rumors inside the Great Hall, everyone was quite surprised. They had accidentally struck the main target. Truly impressive. Successfully disrupting Xian Jiao's actions, especially those personally planned and led by the leader of Xian Jiao, Yinshan Palace. It was a pleasant surprise, a victory not seen for many years. Now, the Great Hall was celebrating, even though the flaming red fox had escaped, destroying this plan and killing so many Xian Jiao experts was a much greater victory than capturing the flaming red fox. Definitely worth celebrating. Upon receiving this news, Yinshan Palace was so angry that he saw black spots before his eyes. His breath caught in his chest, leaving him speechless for a long while. All the higher-ups of Xian Jiao were embarrassed. Each person felt a lump in their throat, unable to spit it out or swallow it down. Damn it, such bad luck. Such great losses, almost crippling them. You're telling me this is a coincidence? It's still not right. Mu Lin Yuan, whose identity was special, wore a mask during meetings but covered his head wound. With one hand, his gaze cold and furious. During the breakout, he had been hit by a certain hall master, creating a hole in his head. If it weren't for Yinshan Palace's timely rescue, he would have perished on the spot. He hadn't suffered such a loss in years and was extremely enraged. That Iron Blood Fortress was obviously well prepared. All their experts were gathered together from the start. Otherwise, how could they be so neatly organized without missing anyone? This is also a coincidence. Yinshan Palace's lips trembled. This was decided long ago. On this day, the Iron Blood Fortress had the most complete personnel because the son of the Iron Blood Fortress Lord was getting married. They have been discussing wedding preparations, bride reception security, etiquette, and other matters. Recently, this operation was precisely intended to wipe out his family on the eve of his son's joyous occasion. Gathering together made it easier to catch them all at once, achieving this result. Said Yinshan Palace, "Is it really that coincidental?" Mu Lin Yuan was stunned. Sigh. Everyone deflated like punctured balloons, their faces twisted. Yinshan Palace looked gloomy and said, "Our sect has lost face this time. Night Demon Sect, 3, Saint Sect, Light Sect, and Heavenly God Sect have all sent condolences. Messages from the other sects haven't arrived yet, but they will eventually. Condolences." Everyone was embarrassed and angry. Was this condolence? This was mockery. This was pure schadenfreude. Night Demon Sect wrote in their letter, congratulating sect leader Yin on his carefully planned victory, and offering a toast from afar to celebrate sect leader Yin's triumph. Yinshan Palace slammed the table and roared angrily, "I can't afford to lose face." Not only could sect leader Yin not afford to lose face, but none of the members of the Xian Jiao could either. Everyone was about to explode. How dare they insult us? How dare they? Ho Fong's thigh was wrapped in white cloth, blood seeping through, panting heavily, making his mask. Lutter. Yinshan Palace's eyes flickered, saying, "Everyone else leave." Then he kept only Mu Lin Yuan and the 3 elders. After clearing the room, Yinshan Palace said coldly, "If I'm not mistaken, didn't Night Demon and 3 saints mention having geniuses ready to infiltrate the Guardian Academy as spies?" "There is such a thing." Mu Lin Yuan's eyes lit up. Yinshan Palace glared coldly. "Why should we accept their mockery when we've lost face? Whose? Better than whom? Besides, at this critical moment, our setback means that if their seeds win the championship, they'll be 2 steps ahead. Investigate quickly and find out the names of their seed geniuses." "What does the sect leader mean?" Qian Sanjiang asked. "Do they have geniuses?" Don't we? Inshun Palace roared in anger. Once we know their names, order Knight Demon to intercept them. No, matter what, we cannot let them become champions. He growled. Tell Knight Demon that completing this task will earn him another 200 contribution points. Mu Lin Yuan hesitated for a moment before realizing that Knight Demon was the unactivated nickname of the talented youth, Fang Che. His face twitched involuntarily as he realized that the sect leader had directly bestowed the name of Knight Demon's sect on a Fang Che. How deep is the grudge between the sect leader and Knight Demon's sect? Cough. If Knight Demon completes this task, he will have accumulated 700 contribution points. According to the rules of our sect, 700 contribution points qualify one for the position of team captain. What if we give him a captaincy? Qin Sanjiang said, we must treat geniuses differently. Who knows, maybe in a few decades, Knight Demon's achievements, might even bring us some glory. So be it. It's settled. Investigate quickly. All right. Give Knight Demon some cultivation resources and heavenly treasures to enhance his cultivation. Tell him this is a death mission. Success is mandatory. Failure unacceptable. Fang Che was currently meditating and had no idea that due to selling out Inshun Palace, a wave of good fortune was coming his way. He was now closed off, fully focused on cultivating. That day, Fang Qinyi went to discuss housing arrangements with Fang Zhenghang since living separately in her small courtyard wasn't comfortable enough for her son's training environment. She wanted to merge the 3 adjacent courtyards. However, these 3 courtyards were already occupied, so she had to negotiate how to provide a more comfortable training environment for her son. Yimeng was feeling melancholic. Being a mole next to Fang Che was too smooth. So much intelligence was obtained effortlessly. But these past few days, he discovered both pros and cons. The advantage was ease, but the drawback was Fang Che never left. Go out and handle business. I can follow you and obtain more intelligence. Why aren't you going out? That afternoon, Sun Yuan, unseen for 5 or 6 days, arrived at Fang Che's doorstep, wind-dusted and weary. Sun Dao Wang brought new tasks.